Hi guys, and welcome back to Coil Life. Today we're going to be having a look at the Profile Unity RTA from Wotofo in collaboration with Mr. Just Right 1 and Brian from TVC, the Vapor Chronicles, and it also features the NexMESH, the OFRF NexMESH. And since I've got this tank, I went and got myself some of these mesh strips. It's a game changer there. I mean, I've used mesh tanks and drippers in the past. Never went out of my way to buy one because it's messing around cutting your mesh strips. It just didn't appeal to me. This NexMESH though, this stuff is a game changer. It is something else. When I first got this, I thought, it's just going to be another mesh tank. I put that mesh coil in there, super easy, wicked it up. As soon as I vaped on it, I went, oh my god, this is amazing. And I've barely been able to put it down since. It's a fantastic little tank. But what we'll do now is we'll drop down and have an up close and personal tour around the Profile Unity. Okay guys, so here we are with the Profile Unity tank from Wotofo in collaboration with Mr. Just Right 1 and Brian from the Vapor Chronicles. And we also have the NexMESH powered by OFRF inside here. On the back there you've got what the kit contains, and then take away that sleeve, you've got this box going on. A scratch and check authenticity there, some more contents information there. Now this one is the TPD version and unfortunately didn't come with the spare glass. However, I did go out and purchase a glass, so generally when it comes you will have a spare glass section there like so. So we'll pop the tank out, leave that to one side. Just underneath this bit here we do have all our goodies. So we do have a little screwdriver and a little coiling tool to help you out with the mesh. Speaking of the mesh, we do have a couple of strips there of the OFRF NexMESH. You can see there it is A1 Canthal. It should ohm out to 0.13. Recommended power range 60 to 75 watts. We do also get some cotton laces. We get another bag here with some spare O-rings, some screws, springs, and we also get a chimney section because you can get a bigger glass section. Also then we do get our user manual, and this manual, it's actually very good. It does show you how they recommend that you put the coil in, but more importantly, if you cut your cotton at an angle, wicks more efficiently, so they say. So the tank itself, as I've got here, is the 2mm TPD capacity little plastic tank section. If you use this section here, you will get 3.5mm of liquid in your tank, and then there is also a bigger glass section as well, which you will then be able to fit 5ml of liquid in here. So at the top then we do have an 810 drip tip. Now depending on the colour of the tank, that drip tip may change. Standard 510 fitment, really nice. The top cap then is what they call a tongue and groove. So it just pops out like that. You can see you've got these little grooves here, and it just locates inside, and it's barely a turn to get it to lock into place. Just like so. Open it. Just like so. Really nice, I really like that. You do have a rubber grommet there to stop any leaking, and then it's sort of beveled inwards for your juice intake slots there. Moving down, then you do have the airflow, which are these holes, and you do have Profile Unity engraved on there like so. To adjust the airflow, you can just close it down as much as you like. Whatever you do one side will be exactly the same on the other, and it does lock fully open and it locks fully closed, because you are able to take this section apart, which I will just remove the deck section and I'll show you how easy it is to remove the tank section. So you just unscrew it just like so. There we go. We can then get rid of this plastic TPD compliant section. That's just the chimney section. We can get our glass, pop our glass on like that, and get our tank section, put that back together. There we go. So then, this is what it's all about. On the bottom there you do have a gold plated 510, and it does protrude quite a bit. On the bottom you do have Mr. Just Right 1, TVC, the Vapor Chronicles, Wotofo Profile Unity. It's quite a nice looking tank, this one. And then here we have our build deck. So your mesh is just going to clamp either side here. Your cotton then is going to sit just on top of these rings here. So what we'll do is we'll get our mesh ready to pop in here. Right, so here's a closer look at that mesh. As you can see, it has a ton of little holes. If I can get that to focus a bit better. There we go, you can see that a little bit better. And then if we get our screwdriver and we can just loosen off those clamps. Just like so, and then so we have this Wotofo coiling rod. Now this end, the narrow end, is too small to try and bend your mesh around, so the best thing to do is get the thicker end of the coiling rod and just bend the mesh just like so until you have a little C or a half circle, and then we can get our mesh and we can just place it just like so, and then get your screwdriver, just tighten down that side, tighten down that side, and there we go. That's how you should end up with your mesh. And then we'll just give it a couple of quick fires, nothing too high, There we go. You can see how that heats up nicely. So then, using our cotton that's provided in with the tank, we'll just feed that through there just like so, and then we'll pull the rest of our cotton down, get that through just like so. And then we're just going to give it a snip. So then when you cut your cotton, like the way they show you in the little booklet, you should end up with something just like so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some juice first before I put the cotton inside those little rings. So just pop some cotton on there just to make it a little bit easier. Get that all juiced up. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to be stuffing a ton of cotton down and it's creating choke points down there. So we'll just gently pop our cotton just sitting basically on the top of that ring. Because believe you me, with mesh, if you get a dry hit, you're gonna know about it. That's just a little bit too much cotton on that side, I think. I'm going to give that a little bit of a trim. So then when you have it all trimmed and cotton all in, you're going to have something resembling that. So you don't want the cotton touching the base, you want to make sure you have enough room under there for your juice to come in. Same on that side, just push that up just a little bit, because when you get liquid all over your juice, or liquid all over your cotton should I say, your cotton is going to expand and you don't want to create choke points in there because that is not good. So we give that a little test fire. Just bring up the watts a little bit. There we go. So then to put the tank back together, you need to take the deck off your mod, which is a little bit annoying in my opinion. Line up your airflow and then screw that in. So that's it all in. Pop it back on our mod, and then it's ready to fill up with some liquid. And there we go. Get our top cap. Pop our top cap on like so, and that's it, ready to rock and roll. open up your airflow and away you go. Okay guys, so that was the up close and personal tour around the Profile Unity. As you saw, super easy to build and wick. The instructions, they have since changed from cutting it at an upward slant to a sort of a downward, so the top comes down and around and inside that little ring. But I've been doing it the way they had in the manual that comes in the box, and I've had no issues whatsoever. That mesh, that coil, the flavour of it is just intense. It's incredible. One thing you've always got to be careful of with mesh is getting your wicking right. If you haven't got that juice saturated enough, there is always that risk that that dry cotton could ignite, and it's something that's always not scared me so much, but concerned me when using any sort of a mesh tank or RDA. This one though, I've had no issues whatsoever. You just got to make sure that you don't overstuff your cotton down there, that it's going to create any sort of a choke point at all. But this, what is wise as well, they said 60 to what did I say on here, 60 to 70 watts. I've been on the lower scale of that, 61 watts. I've got that on there, and keeps up no problem at all. There's almost everything I love about this tank, from the drip tip down, drip tip 810 drip tip, it is what it is. The top cap, that tongue and groove, the way it's like half a turn and that pops off, super nice. The airflow is nice and smooth, although I've just left it fully open. I haven't felt the need to dial it down at all. The build deck, everything so easy, and how that I didn't show you in the up close, but the that little white ceramic piece that you rest the cotton on, that is spring loaded, so it is easy to get your cotton in and out. One thing that annoys me, and it's any tank that does it, no matter what the tank it is, if it's the case that you've got to take the deck off your mod or off your build stand to be able to screw it back into the tank to put the tank back together, it annoys me. I would have preferred if you could put your build in, wick it up, get your tank and just screw it on. But on this you can't do that. Now I understand the reasoning behind why you can't do that. I would just prefer to be able to do it. That's just my opinion. Everything else about this is awesome. Just the flavour of this thing is insane. Like I said, I never had the Profile RDA just because I thought, nah, I just don't want to be messing around with mesh. But since they brought this out, this is something else. It really is. You do get a couple of strips in here, which is a nice added bonus. And as with all of Wotofo's products, the packaging, everything that you get in the pack is amazing value for money. It really is. I would say I wouldn't just recommend this to anybody. I would say if you haven't tried this, try it. Do yourself a favor, get one. Just get one. If you don't know how to build your coils, it's fine. You don't need to mess around with coils. You've got these strips, easy. Just your wicking. Practice, and you'll nail it every time. Awesome. But anyway, that's enough from me. Thank you guys, as always, so much for watching, and we'll catch you again soon.